Okay, so when we moved here 4 years ago, a little over 4 years, almost 4.5 years ago, I had my mobile auto repair business, but I sold my two toolboxes for lack of space. I didn't want to have to move them, so I found it difficult, impossible to uh, get this garage organized, and I realized, kind of hard when you don't have toolboxes. So I got 6 of these 27-inch Husky uh, chest and drawer combos, and I think they were like $348 on sale. So my car just barely fit 2 of them at a time. So I made 3 trips all around town, all five Home Depots, and I was able to find them. Um, when they say they have 3 of them, you're lucky if they have 1 of them. But anyway, so here's some of my more commonly used metric wrenches up here. I think this is 1/4 inch sockets. And then up here, a lot of these tops are still kind of a mess. I'm still working on. But these are just the basic Walmart wrenches, hyper tough wrenches. They're pretty good. More metric, I think. And then this is more, I think it's 1/2 inch. These are 1/2 inch nano sockets. So universals, spark plug sockets, whatnot. And over here got a lot of the 3/8. And let's see here. These are all just chargers. I'll do a better job of organizing these at some point, but it's actually a lot more organized than it was because, now I've got everything in one place. I decided to keep this as is, the Nico set. I didn't want to use rails. These are all just like hex and Torx and things like that, the long reach ones and all that kind of stuff. Some of the nano, just all kinds of shit, kinds of stuff. Let's see. For hard to reach fasteners, I bought literally all of this just the other day after I had to take my engine mount out. It ended up being a lot harder than I thought. Picks. I'll probably take these out of here to free up some space. Tire and inflation stuff. Even though it's all disorderly inside of it, it's still all in one drawer. That's the main thing I care about. Same thing with this. Same thing with a lot of them. I don't care that the drawer itself is a disaster. If it's all in one drawer, I can find it. There's a lot of stuff in here. Too much stuff. Tires from the inspection camera. Rarely used auto parts and tools and stuff. These are for our cars specifically. Stuff that I haven't used yet or probably never will. Got the wrong size the other day of those. All kinds of safety stuff. Yep, 2 drawers. Zip ties. All the SAE random half moon wrenches, crow's feet, and so on and so forth. Metric, just various metric wrenches. These are those Mountain brand. Those are really good. Probably the most expensive set that I own, actually. And these are more metric wrench sets. These contain some of the first wrenches I've ever owned, which were the ones I bought at Aldi, the Work Zone brand. More specialty metric stuff. So a lot of these, all 3 of these are different ones that are cut in half, like the offset wrenches that are cut in half, flare nut and stuff. I don't remember putting those in there. They don't really belong. Deep half SAE sets that I'll basically never use. Oh yeah, plumbing stuff. I don't know a lot about plumbing, as you can see. Painting. Also got some painting stuff up there. Pans, blades, more blades, and some of those scraper things. And various extractor sets. Some of those nut buster things. More like a thread checker. Some other stud removal kit. I saw that and I don't even remember buying it really. Another stud thing. These are actually pretty useful to hold taps, you know. And these are, I think, hex extractors. These are Astro extractors, wrenches, and some other extractor wrenches. Body panel clips and tools. I wish there was another way to set this up. Like, I wish there was. I need to find some trays that are, I think, 2 3/4 would fit right there. But looked all over Amazon and couldn't really find anything without buying one of those big kits with all the sizes I don't need. Same thing with this. This needs to be like reorganized, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was. These are all the fasteners that are inside of cases. Basically, at least half of what Harbor Freight sells in cases I have. This is anything to do with hoses, including some O-rings and tubing, whatever. These are the drawers I use the most, probably. All the extensions and whatnot. It's supposed to be small and or rarely used pliers, but honestly it's just so much shit. There's so many pliers. Got more pliers over here. It's like I just have too many. There's all the ratchets and torque wrenches, pry bars and breaker bars. These little ladyfoot things are really useful, like on the control arm to line it up, you know, to line up the hole. And it's starting to separate. That's weird. I never noticed that. This is the main one that I use. And then I've got a sledgehammer that obviously doesn't fit in. Too many screwdrivers. Yeah, I'd like to reorganize that. These are like power ratchets and, you know, drills and whatnot. And these are all pretty much all these are electric power tools of some sort. No high dollar, they're all just like generic stuff, but they work. You know, I don't use them that much. Like with automotive stuff, you don't really use a circular saw very often, so you don't really need fancy stuff. Didn't realize I had this many drill bits, drive bits, hex keys, soldering irons and glue gun, and these big clamps. I'll have to move those clamps out of there. There's no reason for those to be in here. Grease gun. Speaking of clamps, here's all of the clamps. Anything that has anything to do with clamps is in there. Yeah, I already showed that. Anything like carpentry related, which I don't know much about, obviously don't have a lot of tools. It's for the hinges, like door hinges, so I did use this once for that. It's only like $20 for that. Worked really well for my purposes. Not a lot of use. Measuring stuff, basically, levels. These are some axle sockets and some other type of. I think these are. I don't know what these are exactly. Not that it really matters. Okay, so like deep. I don't even know if those are considered deep. Just regular SAE impact sockets. More sockets. Axle sockets. That's a couple of these are 3/4 which I don't really use. These are those really long sockets. Never used them. Grinder wheels. More dry fit stuff. I'll have to differentiate that one a little bit better between that one and the other one. Anything fuel related is in here. Punches and chisels. Oh yeah, I've already shown that one. Anything related to flaring tubes or whatever. Brake related stuff. This, what do you call those? The fittings. I've got some of the, what do you call them, bleeder screws. A set of those in there. I don't have a lot of air tool stuff. Automotive electric. This drawer is like a real shit show. I need to fix it, but at least it's all in one drawer. Even if it's in a big pile, who cares? As long as it's in one drawer, you know, you can, instead of having to fumble through the whole garage, you can actually just look in that drawer and find it, you know. And so, and then I have my chemicals and stuff over here, and the various specialty tool sets or whatever. Some stuff up here. So it's a small garage, and to make the best use of it. But yeah, these 6 27-inch combo things, tool chests from Home Depot have really helped out a lot. And it's so nice to be able to come out here and actually find the tools that you need very quickly. It's like I can get a lot more done. A small task was like a huge task when stuff is just thrown all over the place and you can't find anything. But I still got a lot of work to do, but it's a massive improvement over what it was. So yeah, I highly recommend this 27-inch from Home Depot.